Okay. Hello, Chuckadelphia. This is Chuck coming to you live from the command center, and I have moved the command center outside. And today I have a special guest, one-to-one specialist, Quiana Sterling. Quiana, greetings. Good afternoon. How are you doing during this lockdown?
I'm doing all right. How are you holding up?
I'm doing fine. I have the power of Grayskull within me, and I think that is helping me survive a little bit. And I hope to share the power of Grayskull with you. Okay? So,
I'm all for it.
yeah, very cool. So please, Kiana, tell my students what a one-to-one specialist does.
Okay. So basically, as a one-to-one specialist, I go into hospitals and I sit with patients who are confused, who are thinking of hurting themselves or potentially hurting other people. It's just to make sure that everyone's okay. I sit, I talk to them, I try to raise their moods a little bit just to kind of help them get out of their own head.
Okay, so you're going in and out of hospitals in New Jersey these days,
Yeah,
correct? Okay.
yes.
So as we know, New Jersey is a little bit of a hotspot with what's going on in the world.
Oh
So
boy.
how tricky, how challenging, how concerning is that for you?
Being a single mom, it's very concerning, but as long as you're maintaining and washing your hands, watching how much contact you have, um, it's okay. It's luckily I don't know anyone personally who has anything, so it's worked out pretty fortunate for me.
Okay.
Um, but like I said, when I go in and out of stores, I'm not with the face mask on and the
Mhm.
gloves, and I just keep hand sanitizer on me.
Okay.
I keep a distance and I do what I gotta do.
Okay. Now you have how many kids? One kid?
I have two.
Two mini me's, right?
I have my son is 18, who
Okay.
lives in Delaware,
Okay.
and then my daughter is my mini me, who is 12, who's
12.
here with me.
Okay. And how is it for you as a mother? Like how is it that you are able to maybe calm your daughter and like, let her know things are okay during these times?
She's um she's she's a steadfast kid. She's um she's not one to really panic or anything like that. She does get a little worried, but again, she has a bottle of hand sanitizer that she keeps with her. She knows to wash, her hands and what have you. Take off your shoes when you come in and out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Little things like that.
Mm-hmm.
The main thing is keeping her focused on school
Okay.
since everything is done online now. That's completely new for her.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that'll eventually become permanent because of what's happening now?
Unfortunately, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I do think it's something um, that is looking more and more permanent. She was originally supposed to go back to school on the 6th, next Monday,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
but I just received an email today saying they were going back on May 4th.
May 4th. I
Mm-hmm.
I tend to believe they're going to keep pushing things back.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
I think maybe they're just trying to be optimistic right now and
Yeah.
keep everybody calm. And maybe the new norm will be that they keep delaying things. You know.
Yeah.
So let me.
I
I'm sorry.
I
Yeah.
personally no, I was gonna say I just personally am of a belief that k- just keep them out for the remainder of the school year.
Hmm.
Start fresh in September.
Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of interesting, and at least we have the technology for them to be productive at home right now,
Hmm. Yep.
right? Okay.
Hmm.
So one last question for you, Kiana. What do you think? What temporary changes have you made? Initially with the understanding that they'll be temporary, that may become long-term changes for you, permanent changes.
Oh, man, that's a tough question. I
Because
I think a lot of it is really just limiting how much I'm outside. And I
mhm,
didn't realize, funny story, um, I I'm usually a homebody.
mhm.
I'll go out when I need things, but I found that since they're like, "No, you have to stay home," now I wanna go out.
It's like, I'm an expert at this. I can do this.
Now I'm like, "Oh, let me go get gas for the
Yeah,
3rd time this week, even
yeah,
though I'm not going anywhere."
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
just, just stuff like that, and that's been, like, the biggest adjustment for me,
Mhm,
is just trying to limit how much I'm outside going to stores and things like that. Um, Everything else has pretty much remained the same for me, though.
mhm,
Um, Only thing is that, with family and stuff, we try not to do it. Like, we're very touchy-feely family,
mhm.
and so we kind of have scaled all that back a little bit. So I kind of miss that contact.
That interaction back and forth.
Mhm.
Yeah. Do you like hug and kiss when you greet each other?
All the time.
Yeah. Do you
Yep.
do that with friends as well?
Mhm.
Do you think that's going to change?
Yeah. It has already started to change, and I feel myself wanting to, because ironically, people that I haven't seen for years, I'll see them on Facebook or I'll interact with them on social media. But when I run into them on the street, the first thing I want to do is give them a hug, and I'm like, crap.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
now it's just like air
Like this stick
hugs.
bug. It's like your Frankenstein hands.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Mhm. Yeah, it's so hard, and yeah, it's. I mean, little things that you realize, like during these times, like I never considered how many times I touch my face during a
Mhm.
normal day, you know?
Yep.
And I think like maybe I got to start to put like electric shocks on my fingers, so like every time I touch myself, it's on my face, it's like a warning not to do it, like something, a nice psychological change or something like that.
You know what? I have a habit of doing it too. And I know I've done it a few times already, but I'm like, you know what? I've got my bottle of hand sanitizer right next to me. I
Yeah,
know what I've been doing all day. Like,
yeah,
I'm not like
yeah.
scratching at my eyeballs and,
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
And like, I know where my hands have been. I'll be okay.
exactly.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Kiana, I really appreciate this time. It was great to talk to you. Thank you for hanging out in Chuckadelphia.
No
And
problem.
no, it would be great to have you again in the future. And
Absolutely.
yeah, okay. So I want to wish you and your family and loved ones continued safety, and make sure everything is cool. And it would be great to hear from you again in the future.
All right. Thank you very much for having me on. It's been a
Mhm.
pleasure.
Okay, thank you very much. And to my students, thank you for watching. This is Chuck coming from Chuckadelphia. As always, Carpe diem. And remember that the world is your classroom. You do not need a regular classroom to learn. You can always learn wherever you go. Okay, so Carpe diem. And as always, ciao, ciao.